The story of the Cannes Film Festival began not with glamour, but with politics. In 1938, the Venice Mostra, Europe's then leading international film event, came under the influence of fascist leaders Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini, who pressured the jury to honor propaganda-backed films. Outraged by the interference, French diplomat Philippe Erlanger proposed the creation of a new international festival that would celebrate artistic freedom and remain independent of political control. France quickly moved to organize a rival event, and after considering several locations, the Mediterranean resort town of Cannes was officially selected in 1939. With its Riviera charm and growing international appeal, Cannes was envisioned as Europe's answer to Hollywood and a new home for world cinema. The first Cannes Film Festival was scheduled to open on September 1st, 1939 at the Municipal Casino under the honorary presidency of pioneering filmmaker Louis Lumiere. Hollywood stars, including Gary Cooper, Mae West, and Tyrone Power, had already arrived on the French Riviera when history intervened. On the very day the festival was meant to begin, Germany invaded Poland, triggering the Second World War. It was only after the war in September 1946 that the first official Cannes Film Festival finally took place. Delegations from 19 countries gathered in Cannes as Europe emerged from years of devastation and conflict. The festival combined cinema with celebration, featuring fireworks, fashion shows, torchlit parades, and international premieres, creating a festive atmosphere that reflected a renewed spirit of cultural cooperation. By the late 1950s and 60s, Cannes had established itself not just as a glamorous showcase, but as a defining platform for global cinema. The festival championed a new generation of filmmakers, including François Truffaut, Federico Fellini, Akira Kurosawa, and Alain Renault. The Palme d'Or, introduced in 1955, became one of the highest honors in filmmaking. In the decades that followed, Cannes expanded far beyond Europe and Hollywood, embracing filmmakers from Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The launch of the Marché du Film transformed the festival into the world's largest film marketplace, where studios, distributors, and filmmakers from across the globe gather to shape the future of cinema. Today, more than 7 decades after its first edition, the Cannes Film Festival remains the ultimate meeting point of cinema, culture, commerce, and global storytelling. So, to talk more to us about this festival, we have with us senior film producer Bobby Bedi. Bobby, thank you for being with us on the show. Bobby G is also on the advisory board of the International Federation of Film Producers Association, or FIAPF. We also have with us our correspondent, Diptanshu Kashyap. He keeps a keen eye on the cinematic developments across the world. Thank you, Diptanshu. Bobby G, to you first. The Cannes Film Festival is widely regarded as the most prestigious cinema event globally. So briefly tell us how the story of the Cannes Film Festival began and how it has become Europe's answer to Hollywood.
Well, thank you for having me. I would say that the start was very interesting. The start came out of fascism, because Mussolini's Italy had started influencing the Venice Film Festival, and suddenly you found that they were giving awards based on the politics of a person. And then France, England, and a couple of other countries were most upset. So that's how France decided to set up the Cannes Film Festival. But it was barely set up and it had to be stopped for the war. But the purpose at that time was to let free independent cinema be screened. Of course, that changed over the years, and today it is definitely one of the world's leading film festivals and one of the most prestigious places for a film to screen and also sell. So it's also a great business market. It's a festival and a market, and perhaps the largest amount of business in the world in cinema is done at Cannes.
Okay, Diptanshu, tell us how many films have been selected to compete for the Palme d'Or, the Golden Palm Award for films in the competition section this time, and who are some of the directors in the race for the global award?
First of all, thank you very much for having me over here. So this year there are 22 films that are in competition for the Palme d'Or, and there are many strong contenders. Some of them have been recipients of one award or the other at the previous editions of Cannes, like Ryusuke Hamaguchi, Pedro Almodovar, James Gray. These are among some of the directors that are over here in this edition of the festival. And it's just the beginning of this year's excellence in cinema, which we can see. The reason being that these festivals are often platforms for many studios, many directors to premiere their movies, and once you get a tag that it was screened at Cannes, it's a big honor for them. So it helps out a lot for these movies. So I haven't been able to watch any of them since they are not in theaters right now. They have not been released on the OTT platforms, but I'm very excited for the movies to come out once they are screened at the festival and they are released in theaters across the world.
All right.